She finally had everything Hollywood promised: fame, money, admiration. So why did Marilyn Monroe feel more powerless than ever by the mid-1950s? Marilyn Monroe wasn't just another name in Hollywood. She was a global phenomenon, the most famous woman on the planet. Her movies were breaking box office records, and her face was everywhere from magazine covers in London to billboards in Tokyo. To the world, she was the embodiment of glamour, desire, and a kind of carefree joy that seemed almost magical. But behind that radiant smile, a very different story was unfolding. The woman behind the image was engaged in a fierce battle just to be heard. Studio executives, content with their winning formula, continued to typecast her. Over and over, she was the dumb blonde, the comedic relief, the beautiful but shallow object of affection. They saw a profitable image, not a serious artist. And despite her undeniable success and box office power, Marilyn was consistently denied the opportunity to tackle serious, complex characters. This wasn't just a minor annoyance, it was a deep, gnawing frustration. She craved respect for her craft, not just applause for her figure. She wanted the industry to see her as an actress, not just a commodity. Tired of being underestimated and controlled, Marilyn decided to do something almost unthinkable for a star of her magnitude at the time. She decided to fight back. In 1954, she took a stand against the powerful studio system, outright refusing roles she found demeaning and one-dimensional. The reaction from Hollywood was swift and brutal. The industry that had built her up now tried to tear her down, labeling her as difficult and unprofessional. The gossip columns went into a frenzy. Her contract was threatened, and lucrative opportunities suddenly vanished. It was a high-stakes gamble, but Marilyn refused to back down. She was betting on herself, on her own talent, and her own worth. This defiance marked a pivotal turning point. In 1955, she made another bold move, leaving the glitz and control of Hollywood for the gritty, artistic world of New York City. There, she enrolled in the prestigious Actors Studio, ready to hone her craft under the guidance of the legendary acting coach Lee Strasberg. Surrounded by peers who valued emotional depth and authenticity over superficial glamour, Marilyn immersed herself in method acting. For the first time in a long time, she felt like she was in a place where she was seen not as a star, but as a serious performer. She was finally being taken seriously, and it was transformative. This period of intense study and personal growth paid off on screen. Her performances started to reveal a new depth. In films like Bus Stop, she played a determined but vulnerable showgirl, showcasing a range that surprised audiences and critics alike. Then came Some Like It Hot, a comedic masterpiece where her impeccable timing and subtle wit shone through, proving she was far more than just a pretty face. The critics, who had often dismissed her, finally began to acknowledge what Marilyn had been trying to prove all along. She was a genuinely talented actress with remarkable range and intelligence. But even as she earned the artistic respect she so desperately craved, the immense pressure of her fame never let up. If anything, it intensified. The constant public scrutiny, the relentless paparazzi, the grueling work hours, and the emotional toll of pouring her soul into her roles began to wear her down. The world was in love with the dazzling, confident persona of Marilyn Monroe, but very few people knew or understood Norma Jeane, the sensitive, intelligent, and often lonely woman who lived behind the famous name. Success had brought her fame, wealth, and admiration, everything she had ever dreamed of, but it had failed to give her the one thing she needed most: peace. She fought for control over her career. She fought for respect as an artist. But the weight of carrying the world's dreams and expectations on her shoulders was becoming an unbearable burden. In our next episode, we'll explore the love, the profound loneliness, and the private battles Marilyn fought, all hidden behind that iconic $1 million smile. Thank you for watching.